The International Association of World Peace Advocates, IPA, is a global, non-governmental organization and an extension of the United Nations Global Compact. Its objective is to promote peace and harmony in various local communities across the globe and to ensure that the aims and objectives of the United Nations in the maintenance of global peace is being achieved. The mission of the International Association of World Peace Advocates is to ensure that peace thrives in all sectors of human endeavors across the 193 member states of the United Nations for socio-economic development, investment, and provision of assistance to internally displaced persons and physically challenged people in the society. The vision of the International Association of World Peace Advocates is to be the best in promoting the universal principle of United Nations Global Peace Mission at the international, regional, national, and grassroots levels. The core values of the International Association of World Peace Advocates is to promote peace, enthrone tranquility, and make local dwellers agents of peace for global positive social change. The ethical practice of the International Association of World Peace Advocates is to discourage violence and disunity using dialogue as an instrument for peace, prosperity, and progress. The association is a body of concerned global citizens whose interest is to promote universal peace, just and inclusive society within the United Nations to ensure that all classes of people in our society are carried along on the schemes, programs, and policies of the United Nations. It networks international and regional organizations and recruits people of decent ethical manner as eminent peace ambassadors through effective screening of nominations with special regards granted to personalities whose efforts are evident in making peace and providing benevolence to orphanage children, widows, and the elderly. As we have our inductees today, these are men and women of proven integrity. As the body of eminent peace ambassadors, the organization commemorates the United Nations International Observance Days, decades and years with concentration at the national, states, and grassroots, bringing the awareness of the United Nations to the people who have no knowledge of the working, functions, and structure of the United Nations to enable them share and gain knowledge on particular events, themes, and subject matters. The purpose for which the organization is established is as follows: to recruit individuals as volunteers to assist in the implementation of United Nations Sustainable Development Goals and also to promote United Nations volunteerism in all human endeavors, to foster unity, peace, and harmony among and between members and the public, to assist in enhancements of peace education in schools, colleges, universities, industries, and places of worship, and constant gathering for the purpose of using the knowledge in humanitarian service. To impart ethical leadership in youths by organizing leadership training courses, seminars, conferences, workshops, and more. To promote international friendship by organizing exchange programs and encouraging peace services and operations with other similar bodies in the world. To reach out to corporate bodies, churches, NGOs, schools, societies, and other well-meaning bodies with the purpose of assisting people in realizing peace. to collaborate with international and non-governmental organizations, including the United Nations and its specialized agencies, to give first aid to the needy in times of peace and war, to encourage and develop the spirit of humanitarian service in people, especially the youths, by establishing formations of the organization in approved institutions, strategic positions, and places. To establish peace clubs in villages, cities, towns, schools, and places of worship, and to use such clubs to teach peace and first aid principles and practice. To help the elderly, aging people, promote and protect their rights, and to ensure that they are treated with decorum and respect. The International Association of World Peace Advocates, IPA, thinking globally, acting locally. The International Association of World Peace Advocates, IPA, a world-class organization with United Nations ECOSOC Special Consultative Status since 2019, proudly presents a special conference of international peace advocates. Theme: International Peace Advocates, firm promoters of United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, under the distinguished chairmanship of His Excellency Archbishop Gimbright Adaigo, UN Chartered Peace Advocate. Date: Friday 22nd and Saturday 23rd August 2025. Time: 10 a.m. prompt daily. Venue: Jubilee Retreat and Conference Center, JRCC Hall A, number 5, Enere Road, Ephraim, Delta State, Nigeria. Special appearance: His Excellency Pastafsin, World Peace President, His Excellency Ambassador Professor Chidi Ehiriodo, AMBP MP, International Director, IPA, His Excellency Ambassador Dr. Emmanuel Nweke, IPA International Spokesman. The International Association of World Peace Advocates, thinking locally, acting globally.
By the parents. A child that is stubborn to the parents, despite is your child, but you don't have to treat with that child, isn't it? You cannot, it's not everything you give to that child. Now, somebody, I was in a seminar giving a lecture. We were told, I said, if you have 5 children and they have 5 different characters, both the good, the bad, the dangerous, and the ugly, they are all important. Now, imagine a situation whereby myself, I'm so calm, somebody is oppressing me, and I have a stubborn son somewhere. You think that child will allow them to handle me? Even if you are telling the child, wait, no, that time, no, you cannot do that. At times, stubbornness pays. If they want to try you next and say, that papa, not good there at all. If the king match you, if he catch you, don't finish. So because of that, they will what? Now, let's go back to our topic. Election is around the corner. Just like what our first speaker once said. You see, when politicians are coming, they begin to tell you good things they want to do. I will do this. I will go give you this in the streets. Why? To secure your vote. But when they are there already, something else is a different ball game. Now, I will tell you briefly my experience as a candidate. As a candidate, I had orderlies, I have escorts, I have police. There was a conference I was invited to by the Baptist listening at Tilly Road, if you know it very well. I was invited to come as a guest. As I was working my entourage, all of them want to do their own work. So as I was coming, there was this old lady that taught me when I was a child in our church then. So as I was coming, the lady just said, oh, they called my native name. She was coming, they now blocked her. I said, no, don't do that. I went to her and I hugged her. They were looking at her. I said, Mommy, good morning. I knelt down. People were like, everybody now turned. I said, yes. I said, Mommy, long have you been? Come with me. I held her hand. We were walking. Everybody was like, yes. That woman, do you think she will not pray for me? Because people try to humiliate her. What did I do? I said, no, never. But there are some people who will know you. When you are coming, they'll say, no. Even when they are calling you, you will tell them, PA, my PA, at times when he picks my phone, let me hold my phone by myself. If I'm busy, just like if I'm here now, my phone will ring, I'll tell them, yes, I'm in a conference, please, I will call you back later. Or if I cannot answer the call, I'll come back. But some of them don't reach back to you again. Everybody wants to get what they want. As soon as they get it, I'll see you next time. Now, election is coming. We have them as our friends. We have them as our political party members. We have them directly or indirectly. Somebody was asking a question. What you are saying is ought to be outside to tell them how to reach these people. You can reach them. You can reach them. You know them. We do our own the simple way. We know politicians, all what it is, the winner takes it all, which it ought not to be. It's so, they've so patronized in politics. That is why I told them, right now, I'm going to resign for active politics. Why? Because it is not what we tend to preach that they are doing. We tend to give democracy to the people, dividend of democracy to the people, but they are not doing it. Many of us, how many of you have traveled to Benin? You see the road. That road has been bad for long. It is not now, it got spoiled. What will it cost them to do it? And just of recent, they are saying they want to increase their senators' allowance. Can you imagine why the people are suffering? May God help us in Jesus' name. We also must understand that if we don't tackle it now to resolve peace and conflicts, if we don't practice it now, preach it now, Nigeria will become more and more difficult for us to stay. I was telling somebody, I still believe in Nigeria. I say, how hope in Nigeria. Someone was telling me, say, Nigeria is gone. I said, no. Nigeria is not yet gone. We can still build it up again. An example of elastic. You see, when elastic, if you draw it and it has gotten to the end, it will bounce back. That is the stage we are going. Nigeria will be better. I believe in a better Nigeria. Nigeria is coming up again. We are not going to enjoy it for a while, but I assure you, it will become better. Election is around the corner, and we cannot undermine the fact that conflict will not come either pre or post-election. There must be conflict, but we can prevent it when we participate in it. Because if you are in a setting or a circle whereby they are telling you, no, this one we will rebel, we will do this or that, and you are there and you keep quiet, you are promoting war. Because when you keep silent without speaking for, no, don't do it this way. Don't you think we should do this way? And by the suggestion you are giving, you are also promoting peace. And again, we must also understand that despite the electoral empire saying they will use beavers in elections, even I don't know if it happened in your state, they will tell you we will use beavers. At the end, beavers will not work. They will tell you what to do it all manually. In the last election we did in Edo State, they told us categorically that we are going to use beavers in this electoral process. Unfortunately, beavers was not used. So when they took the case to court, INEC being the umpire, they now said, no, we said the result must come from beavers. And beavers now we have to go manually. Don't you see at times they contradicted themselves? But all the same, the court said INEC is the umpire. Whatever they say is the final. We are all product of it. Now, we must also understand, as peace is important. Peace is very important. War is inevitable. The price of peace is also as costly as the price of war. I did the research on that. That's why I have a PhD in it. Peace and management conflict. The price of peace is as costly as the price of war. You might ask how. Let me tell you something. If two persons are arguing, or it's about to resort to fight, physical peace, and you now go and separate them, you ask someone to judge, to explain, and you just jump into conclusion, okay, I've taken from you. The other one that you don't give opportunity to talk to, don't you know that one will be furious? By the time he wants to say something, no, I don't want to just take it like that. You say, see, that person is as hot as that person that has spoken. Why? Because you're going to give him one-sided. You say, no, I know what you want to say. I know, calm down. Without allowing that person to talk, and you say, it takes the special grace of God. It takes the special grace of God. Each time we ask this question, the men and the women who are most peaceful in the house, if you remember that slogan, there was one induction I gave that question one time. Some people say the men, some people say the women. Then I give an illustration. There's an argument in the house, or there's a program going on. The man now asks, if you know you are a man, you obey your wife, raise up your hand. Most men put their hand down. The one that said, if you know the man, you are in charge of your house, raise up your hand. Some of the men raise up their hand and say, okay, you go. Remaining few men that left. When I asked, okay, so that means, you the woman rapper? He said, no. They said, then what did he say? Because my wife, they look me. If I raise my hand up, I know what I'm going to face for house. Clap for the women. When I tell you women are powerful, you think now they say, they are weaker vessel. Who said so? Women are not the weaker vessel. Women are never the weaker vessel. They are the strongest so far. The strongest. Those who have been in marriage for long years, they will know what I'm talking about. Now there was a family I counseled, an advanced man I counseled with his wife. I counseled them. I said, this woman must be a loving father. Then, unfortunately, the man fell sick, because that is where the women are coming to catch you. The one you are doing, sit down there. Now, for a while, they are patient. When the man was not down, he's a tired old soldier. When the man was not down, it was then the woman that rose up. The man will say, I'm all of you. My wife has bewitched my children. My wife has do this. I will swear all of you. I say, oh, Daddy, calm down. If it was not this, if it was there, they cannot try this. I will place the cause for you. I say, Daddy, I beg. What is the matter? My wife has bewitched my children. The children will come. I beg, leave her. It will never change. I now beg. I say, Daddy, calm down. Cool your temper down. What is the matter? He said, when I was active, when I was in the military, I said, Daddy, tell me what is they talk again. This one now. He said, can you imagine my wife and my son, they've not given me food since morning, and this is around 3. I said, why, Daddy? Why? Say they've not given me food. And I said, Mommy, why not? He said, no mind that. No mind that. He go talk, cause everybody. And I said, Daddy, may you calm down. When Daddy leave that sign, not when I was. What am I trying to say? It takes the grace of God for a good woman to forgive and take care of the man. But the one that harbors it in her heart, that's where she's waiting. So men, please love your wife, play with them, beg for forgiveness. Tell them to tolerate you. Now, even when you are getting older. So we say, don't worry, I am in charge. Who said so? May God help us in Jesus' name. In going forward, we must understand, when unity and peace and security is maintained, things will continue to run smoothly without delay. One thing we must also understand, as peace ambassadors, there are things we have to play. I was telling you that we all know these people. We know the politicians. Either you are in active politics or you are in the government officials, you are a writer, you are a journalist, you are an educator, you are a religious leader. If you are not in any of this category, tell me, you raise your hand up if you are not in any of this category that I'm going to mention. Why I said these people have hand in it. If you are not in any of this category, let me see your hand up. Number one, the politicians or the government officials. Two, writers and journalists. Three, educators. Four, religious leaders. Community organizers and leaders. Social workers and security operatives. Business people. Environmental activists. Mental health professionals. Artists. Musicians, volunteers, non-profit organizers, NGOs, scientists, engineers, traders, students, housewives, the list goes on. If you are not in any of these ones, let me see your hand up. So, it is our duty to ensure peace in this forthcoming election. Some of us will be called to be peace observers. Some of us will be called to participate. Some of us are all party agents. In your local party, wherever you are, preach peace, and to shun violence. That is when Nigeria can go forward. Let it not be said that so it always be. And I prophesy by the grace of God, 2027 election will be more peaceful in Jesus' name. And again, we must also understand there's conflict resolution and conflict prevention. Now, before we prevent conflicts, there are steps that must be addressed. Because conflict will come. That's why they tell you go to court. If you're not satisfied, go to court. There are things we have to understand. Conflict prevention refers to the action, the strategies, and measures taken to prevent conflict from arising or escalating or from happening. It involves identifying and addressing and underlying the causes of this conflict, such as social, economic, and political issues, before they lead to violence. You know that people are planning, we will do this one, we will do that one, we will do that one. If you know it, start your own way by telling them calm down. There are keys to these elements. One, early warnings. You see the sign. Addressing the rest of the cause. Dialogue and negotiating. That's why we say, if you give me this one, some politicians that will tell you, give me this vote, I'll give you this. I'll make you a commissioner, or I'll make you one head of one parastatals and the rest of them. Let catch on your people, let them come. And when they come, I'll give you this. Deliver your unit, deliver your word, I'll give you this position. True or false? Respond now. True or false? Even in your catchment area, in your ward, when you deliver your word, I promise you an appointment. What will you do? You make sure you win your word. But make sure it does not come with violence. You can do it peacefully. And say, let us do this. When we are conversing to contest in any position, we'll tell them this is what we'll do. You go about this governor, this candidate is the best, is this, is that, is that one. You tell the people, you try to convince that person who your candidate is. There are some who say, no, now the OD, no, but you do what you convince. But by the time you start quarreling, no, also people pass your own. See, trouble has ensued. We should learn at all costs to make sure there is peace in everything we do. Let us prevent it before we manage it. Because when it is the absence of preservation or prevention, that is what we now call to manage it. Let's live with it. It has come. What do we do? Look at this. This election now that the presidential administration, when it was coming, people were saying, he will not do this, he will not do this, that. Now he's there. What are we saying now? Let us wait. Maybe after some time things will come. We are crying insecurity. We are crying this one. The hardship is too much. They will tell you. And even he said, people will tell you this and that and that. When Buhari was in government, they now told him, say, I know people are calling him Baba, go slow. Don't worry, you will see. But after some time, he finished his tenure. Abi? Patience. Patience. We will not be pastor, but he did his 8 years. Many people will come, but I pray God will give us the strength to remain. How? By building ourselves. That this is what we do to make sure we engage in peaceful and violence-free election. So lack of understanding, illiteracy, and hunger makes the people close wide. You know, there are some people in the north that will tell you it is here. But tell them that this way will go. They don't get to know who is there. All what they do is, oh yeah, let us know. Why? Illiteracy. That is why, as peace advocates, peace ambassadors, let us sensitize them. Don't wait for the organization. Do it yourself in your own community. Let them know you as a man of peace. Before I round up, there was this case I told you of, I saw one time. It happened to me. I was driving around the busy road, Ring Road in Benin. Somebody now hit my car with my official number. They called that. Hey! I look at it. At the first question I asked the man, I hope you are not hot. The man said no. That's okay. He was shaking. An advanced man. Oga said, Oga, don't worry. As far as you know the hot, it is just minor dent. Don't worry. Go. He said, Oga, you mean now? Because he saw my iPad number, he thought maybe it was federal government and gave me. Hey, I said, don't worry, Oga, go. He said, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I said, go, I will fix it. Why? Because I know it's something I can handle. If you're the best of people, my car, you know the way here, you must fix it, you must do this. No. Let peace begin with what? With you and I. Election is coming. We start now. 2027 election. No matter what they say, no matter what they are trying to do, anything that will make it become violent, let us try as much as possible. We are the frontiers to stop it. And by the time we prevent it, it will not come. So when we do that, we'll have a peaceful election and Nigeria as I pray will be a better place. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Excellency. We have one or two questions. Okay. So, hello?
Thank you, Science Excellency. I'm Reverend Ambassador Mrs. Grace Ugabobene. I'm so much interested in this topic that you took. The reason why I'm interested in it, when you introduced it, I am a president of a Christian Women Political Forum group, and I've been involved in peace and development since 2015 in this aspect. I don't know whether I heard you very well, but you said you are planning to resign from participating in politics. Sir, please, I'm begging of you, don't. The reason why I'm asking, why I'm saying that, we've been involved in advocating for righteous politics, and God needs more of us to go in. So please don't resign. My question here is, yes, you advise us to promote peace. Of the opinion, or how do I put it this way? IPA, do they have provision for we participating in politics as a force. Because if an individual cannot make a force, would there be a room for us to participate in this 2027 election, not only 2027 election, in fact in politics, to move in as a force of peace, to be able to affect the political sphere? Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Okay. I have two answers to that. You said I shouldn't leave politics. You see, when I resigned as an accountant in rubber research, because I had a clear calling to enter politics to change narratives. You know, politics in Nigeria costs money. It is not my mind. Apart from I use my family savings, and apart from the people that contributed because they believe in my vision. Khan invited me in Benin. I was there in their meeting, they prayed for me, we all did everything. But let me tell you something, even as IPAD now, we belong to different political parties. For us to say we are supporting you, let me tell you the bitter truth. Why? We have ABC, we have PDP, we have Labour Party, we have PDP, we have so many of them. It is not possible. Let me take this ambassador for example. Please, sorry, stand up, sir. Which party do you belong to? No. Okay. Mama, which party do you belong to? No. Stand up. No, I know why I'm saying that. I have my reasons. That is stand up. I know what I'm saying it. Does anyone belong to any political party here?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Which party?
APC.
Okay. So which one? PDP. Okay. No, stand up. Stand up. I know what I'm saying. Now, you see this form of our NLP's ambassadors now. You see them now. Mama, are you seeing them? Please come, let them see you. Let them see you. Okay. Now, if what's the name? Chief. Okay, Ambassador Dr. Okon from the PDP is running for governor of this state. And
Dr. Mrs. Ibrode.
Dr. Mrs. Ibrode from APC is contesting from governor of the same state. Then, madam, please, what's the name? Ambassador Dr. Doris. Let's assume, because she's not running the political party, let's assume Labour Party now is running from the same office for governor. And the chief now.
I said no.
I know. No, I know the name.
Chief Ajobo.
Chief Ajobo, let's assume maybe ADC or ADP, whatever.
No.
Okay, no. Now he's going for governor. 4 of them, they are here. Even if he's not contesting, maybe I'm his younger brother, I'm contesting. Who do you think they will vote for?
Look at manifesto. They are not of things in look.
Thank you. He just said the word.
We agree.
Because there will be division.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Because
you have your friends.
you have a friend.
Your friends within this.
With them.
Co-ambassadors.
But yes.
If they like me, they will vote for me. If they like us, they vote for me. We are a non-partisan body. We don't bring our political affiliations here. It's non-partisan.
That is what I mean.
With this, I enjoin us to go and read our constitution properly, so that when you want to talk, you know where you are coming from.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Sita. That is what I'm trying to explain to her. We don't support. She said if they say we don't support a member. That's why I'm telling her that we cannot, because we belong to different political parties. So it is what you want. Okay, I want to support if I want to. Now, I use the case of my daddy now. He's not in any political party, and I'm his immediate younger brother. He knows me very well, and I'm not in this association, and I'm contesting. He knows that I'm very good. You think he will not support me?
Sure, he will support you.
So that is why IPAP as a body, we decide to stake them off politics. All what we do is we pray for you. Because everybody is welcome into IPA family.
Thank you.
Hold on. He has something to say. Hold on, please.
Thank you, eminent peace ambassadors. What we are trying to say is that we all are political animals, whether you like it or not. We may not belong to one particular party, but we have roles to play. He is coming to tell us we are studying the nation. We are seeing where the nation is going. What should be my role, even though I'm not a full-time politician? I have a role as a peace advocate, a peace ambassador. I have to look at this scenario, the growing things that are coming up. I can make up my mind. I can also advise people. I can also educate people. Our role, we talk a lot. Peace advocate talks. Because we are teachers, we are counselors. As teachers and counselors, we advise people. We can help form opinion, even though we don't belong to any political party. Even though we are not supporting any political party, we can help become opinion molders. Because our society needs us. But that is the line this teaching is trying to go. And while that is going on, IPA as a body do not support any political party. Even if our candidate, a candidate is from us, it's left for individual. Are you hearing me? Yes. It's left for individual. If any individual member is campaigning, we can allow him in our political forum platform to use it and advertise. It is left for our members in that consequence. Who prefer that his manifesto, or he's our member, or he's my friend, my brother, you can align yourself to him or her. That's exactly what we are trying to say. But the emphasis is, even though we are not active, but we must be active somehow, helping people to form opinion in order to get better candidates that can be of great help to our nation. That is why most of the time you become a pastor who is teaching us, Nigeria become better, we say amen. And we believe that good candidates can come up and help us have a better Nigeria where security and peace will be a norm. And then every life will be secured and Nigeria will advance. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Just like I was saying before the last question, as I said before, last time I told you I was contesting, the association gave me a platform, and they also, few members supported me financially. On their own, they supported me. And apart from supporting me, even when we are doing our own, they came as observers to make sure everything moves smoothly. That is how it is. Next question, please. I hope you're okay.
No, I'm not okay.
You're not okay. Okay.
I have a contrary view. I'm not trying to counter what he has said. This platform cannot be used politically. If you are contesting and contesting, Mandela is contesting. If I'm using the platform, I'm going to put the opinions of my party. He's going to put his, you are going to put yours. West replies will start coming in. There will be in-house fighting. We have said individually. We can support individually. This platform should not go into political entity at all. It should not go into political issues. The World Peace Association We are advocates, and it's an association of its own. And as I said before, it's non-partisan. If you are my friend and you are contesting, call me. Meaning, I am going for APC governorship. Please support me. I am just trying to, it's a personal opinion anyway, but it is not good to use this platform to do any political campaign or involvement, because we are to make peace. When APC and PDP will start fighting, we will be the people to make peace. So we should not put ourselves into the fight.
Madam, thank you very much for your opinion.
Because he said we can use the platform. No.
You don't understand what he was trying to say. Listen.
You are right. If you listen to me, we have said the same thing, probably by terminology. When I mean platform, hello, I didn't mean IPA platform. We have WhatsApp groups. We have business group. We are using. We have religious group. What do I mean by platform? We also have a weekly protocol platform. That's what I mean. Listen to me, please, Jerry. Don't distract her so that we not go back to what I said. Okay. So what I said, I didn't mean platform by the association. If you listen to me carefully, I said we are non-religious, non-partisan. But we create platforms. Like if we do, like election is coming up, we can create political platform for our members. We everybody can come out, like you say, advertise your party. Those who like can follow you. I don't mean association as a platform, okay? That's where you misunderstood me. So now you are the same line. Do you understand me now? Yes. Okay, gentlemen, did you understand what I said? Yes. Simple and short.
Thank you, Prophet.
Okay, let us, with all due respect, sir, we have some these advocates who want to ask questions to we'll just give them very brief, please. I said 5 minutes. We are taking more necessary.
Good afternoon. Yes, I'm High Chief Jeffrey Gold of Kolokoro. What I want to say is our excellence have just mentioned something concerning we calling politicians to go and what kind of advice? No. Not when they are going for election, they go for as an observer. If the observer coming from, are they nominating us or we are nominating ourselves to go and join them? That's not my question. Thank you very much.
Okay. Can I?
Okay.
Yes, in Delta State, using the last general election, IPA invites peace advocates to apply that they want to become election observers. Once we collect the names through IPA internal mechanisms, we send those names to INEC, to those who are interested, to INEC. INEC have accredited the International Association of World Peace Advocates as an international election observers. So once that one has been done, they reply us, give us our names, they kit us with INEC International Election Observers kits, and we distribute our peace advocates. And in that orderly arrangement, we deploy them to different units or wards to go and monitor the election, to make sure that the rules and regulations of the elections are met and kept to the latter. Chicken up. Okay, so I thank you very much for the talk. We are progressive and great justice to that. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon,
eminent ambassadors in the high table, and my distinguished chairman, and the rest of us. When we were trying to get a podium for us, they said we should sit down and deliver our lectures. So I was trying to look at how will I sit down now, because my paper said I stand on the existing protocol. Should I say I'm sitting on the existing protocol? But we thank God well to get the podium for us. And today I just want to speak on a topic that is very, very important to peace advocates. And the topic is peace, unity, and security, a shared responsibility of all peace advocates. Peace, unity, and security, a shared responsibility of all peace advocates. We have to start from the beginning. God created the world, and the whole world was in peace. But after some times, there was no peace. And the whole world is looking for peace. From the north to the south, from the east to the west, all over the whole world, we are all looking for peace. And in light of this, we must also know how to now get this peace back to us. That is why this topic is very, very crucial for us. And as a peace advocate, we need to understand the genesis why the whole world is looking for peace. Even when Christ was telling us, he said, he told the disciples, he supposed to give them houses, give them a lot of things, but he said, my peace have I given to you, because he knows that the whole world needs peace. He didn't give them anything, he only gave them peace, because the mind of mankind have been corrupted by virtue of the sin. I'm not in the church, so I don't want to preach, but I just want to know why the peace is needed now. So God created the world, but when sin came, the heart of man was corrupted and there was no peace. So that is why we are looking for peace up and down. But coming to the topic, who is a peace advocate? A peace advocate is someone who actively, not passively, who actively promotes peace, who works to prevent and resolve conflict non-violently. Non-violently. Let me repeat. A peace advocate is someone who actively, not passively, is an activity. So having to be a peace advocate and you are not doing the work makes you not to be a peace advocate. So any peace advocate must be active. It is a call. It's not just because I love it. No. It's not like this. It's not that I love to be a peace advocate. It's a call on its own. It's a ministry. It's a ministry of its own that all of us, if it is true you are a peace advocate, you must take it as a call. It's not that it is when you are ready to do something. No. It is a duty. You have to work to prevent and resolve conflict non-violently. That you are not carrying arms to resolve any conflict. Our daddy just said now that this business of peace advocate is a business of talk. It's a business of talk. If you don't know how to talk, not like pastors. The business of pastors is to talk. If you don't know how to talk, you cannot be a pastor. Because we know how to arrange things. So we are in the business of talk, not like pastors. So peace advocates, we are in the business of talk. So because I want to go quickly, how
together. The peace, unity, and security. For every position given to you, there is a reason for it. That is why responsibility gives back to position. And it gives back to the title given to you. And you are also given authority to act on that area. That is why these three also work together. Responsibility gives back to position. And that position gives back to the title. That is peace advocate. But you are a peace advocate not because it's been given to you, but because of responsibility. That position is given to you, that title, peace advocate is given to you because of responsibility. And that is why you are given the power, the authority to work in that position. So it's not the position that matters, but responsibility. So that is why peace, unity, and security is a shared responsibility of all peace advocates. So let us be carried away by the ambassador name of Sheba Wong, but what we need to do is to look at the responsibility inside. And the responsibilities are three, all over the whole world. Peace, unity, and security. That is the purpose of the peace advocates. Other ones are inside it, but these are the three core reasons, and they cannot be separated. They cannot be separated. Let us look at it one by one. Peace as a foundation for unity and security. For you to know that security and peace is very, very important in the world. Sorry, I need to go a little bit to Bible, but I'm not going to quote, but I'm just giving examples. When there was war in heaven, they sent Satan out, the adversary, and they put an angel as a secure man so that the intruder will not enter to make peace. And since I've been taken out of that place, peace reigns. So which means peace is the essence of security. Peace is the essence of our unity. If you are united, there will be peace. If you are secure, there will be peace. So that is why peace is a foundation for unity and security. Why is it that everyone is looking for peace? Because within nothing tangible will be done in the absence of peace. Nothing tangible. If there is no peace in this nation, if there is no peace in worry, nobody will be able to come here and sit down because everybody will be running up and down because of his or her life. So it's the foundation of everything you are doing is just because of peace reign, so that development can come. Without peace, there is no tangible development. Peace enables unity. Peace enables unity. When a society is at peace, it creates an environment conducive to dialogue, cooperation, and understanding. People are more likely to bring device and work together towards common goals when they are preoccupied with conflict, violence, or fear. So peace reduces mistrust and allows for the development of shared values and a sense of belonging, which are essential for unity. Peace fosters security. A peaceful environment minimizes threats of violence, instability, and conflict. When people feel safe and secure, they can focus on building stable communities. If they feel secured, they can build stable community. But if they are not secured, no matter the wealth, no matter the riches, you will not be able to enjoy it because there is no security. Unity as a catalyst for peace and security. Unity, we told us that peace is a foundation for both unity and security. But the word unity is a catalyst. It serves as catalyst for peace and security. It is the one that glues the thing together. Both security and peace is unity. If we are working together as one, no one can come and divide us. But if we are not working as one, maybe somebody is going out to tell us the other side of the whole story, you see that there will be no peace. So unity is the one that will glue the society together. So that is why this our association here in Warri or in Delta, we need to be united. We need to be united to be able to make sure that this peace advocate of that we are pursuing, or the peace we are pursuing, will come to actualization. We need to work together to do things together. If there is a conflict or a misunderstanding between us, let us come together and resolve it amicably. Because we are going out to resolve conflicts, and we should not allow conflicts to resolve us inside. So internally, we must resolve conflicts and then go out to do the same. Unity promotes peace. A united society is less susceptible in internal conflicts. When people identify with a common purpose and share a sense of national identity, they are less likely to resort to violence or division. Unity can help to resolve disputes peacefully through negotiation and compromise. What of security? Security as a prerequisite for peace and unity. Security is a prerequisite, is a tool. It's a prerequisite for both security and peace. If you are not secured, there is nothing meaningful you can do. So security is a prerequisite for peace and unity. Security encompasses not only physical safety but also economic stability, food security, health security, and environmental security. It is about protecting individuals and communities from threats, both internal and external, allowing them to thrive and pursue their aspirations without fear. If this place is secure, it will be easier for us to thrive, to be able to achieve all our aspirations and do better things in the society. Security underpins peace. When peace feels safe from violence, crime, and other threats, they are more likely to engage in peaceful activities and build stable communities. Security supports unity. When people feel secure in their identities, rights, and property, they are more likely to embrace diversity and cooperate with others. When I know that I'm secure, I can embrace anyone coming to me because I know I'm secure. But if I know that if you come near me, you're going to do me harm, I will not be. I will tell you I don't want to be your friend. So what am I saying is that we need to be secure in our dealings. We need to be secure in everything you do. So these three are very, very important to us if we are trying to look for peace as an advocate. But we have some challenges for peace, unity, and security. Some challenges. Let's quickly look down and go through these challenges. Inequality and poverty. Those things that are facing peace, unity, and security is inequality and poverty. Because I'm trying to remember because of our time. Climate change. You know, we're having problems, Boko Haram, or what you call it, this herdsmen against farmers because of climate change. So the farmers are trying to look for how to prepare their listen. The herdsmen also, they are looking for what they will for food for their herds. They are looking for their cows. And in light of this, there is no way they will not fight. This one wants his business to grow. This one wants his business to grow just because of climate change. And they have been fighting. But what of the other one? Limited resources. Because all of us are fighting for something that is not enough for us. I want it to be my own, you want it to be your own, you want it for your state, I want it for my state, you want it for your community, I want it for my community. Because of this, we need fight to come. It's a challenge to our peace. It's a challenge to our security, and it's a challenge to our unity. We are living together as friends, we are living together as brother and sister before. But because of the scarcity of resources available, we need it in our house, or in our community, or in our state. And we also need, but it's not enough for us. So the survivor of the fittest, if you can fight, you get it. Some people will not even distribute it, they will carry it, or just like our mommy has said. Scarcity of resources. Political instability and corruption. Political instability and corruption. Armed conflicts. Rise of nationalism and xenophobia. We have seen it in South Africa. They said that people away, we did all this. All this have been happening. So there are threats, there are challenges to peace, unity, and security. Extremism and terrorism. I want to promote my religion more than others. And the other will not agree. We have to fight. We have to fight. Extremism and terrorism. With terrorism, because we have money, we need to there was a time we were having a teaching on terrorism. So I now asked my student, I said, who is a terrorist? He said, no, we have them at Sambisa and all that. I said, every one of us is a terrorist in one way or the other. We gave me one thing to share. Because you cannot handle me. I will put it in my, if you talk, I will tell you, I will kill you now. If you ask me, I'm a terrorist. So to terrorize is not so people are seeing there. It's everywhere, even at home. A senior brother will begin to terrorize the other one because he has money, more than he has power, he has strength, more than others. So all this has happened. But what are we going to do? What are we going to do as an advocate, a peace advocate in Delta State? What are we going to do? Let me run down what we are going to do. Firstly, orientation and training. We have to begin to do orientation, embark on orientation and training. We need to train ourselves. We have to train ourselves here in Delta State. All the peace advocates, we must have orientation, and just like what we discussed now, at least we are gaining from each other. When they ask, can we have a platform for the political party? At least we are able to gain that it can't happen. Because we are able to understand it, that it cannot happen. So we need orientation and training. We need to go on the orientation session to understand their roles. For the peace advocates to understand their roles, responsibilities, and the principle of peace advocacy. The principle of peace advocacy, we need to understand it. This could include training on conflict resolution, mediation, techniques, and community engagement strategies. Community engagement strategies. How can we engage the communities to accept us and accept peace that we are taking to them? Because we are taking peace to them. There was a time we got to in a place when I was doing missionary work up and down. So we went to a country, and when we got to that country, so we are preaching. As we are preaching that Jesus now will not open your heart, you want to knock. You will knock and you open the gate for him, you open your heart for Christ. And that man said, don't go and tell them there. I said, is it not Bible? He said, you don't go and tell them there because it is only thieves that knocks there. Friends calls, Ojo or the name, you just call the name ahead, you know that. But if you go there and knock, you are a thief, they will bring cutlass and everything, thinking maybe you are a thief. So don't go and say Jesus Christ is knocking your door. You say Jesus Christ is calling you, you understand the language. So we need the language of our society community. It's very, very important. You must know what they want. How can we get, what are the strategies we are going to use to bring peace to them? So I can, what I will use in my own place might not be what we use in our own, but we need to devise a strategy or a way of getting peace to them. So we need orientation and training. Number 2, community engagement. As peace advocate, you need to engage your community. Peace advocates are often encouraged to engage with their communities to identify local issues, promote peace initiatives, and foster dialogue among different groups. We know ourselves. We know how we can help ourselves. So all these things are very, very important. Implementation of peace projects. We are to implement peace projects. We need it. It's part of our work. Not to have the title alone. We need to implement. Advocates may start planning and implementing specific peace projects or initiatives aimed at addressing conflicts or promoting harmony within their communities. You know, I told you, a peace advocate is someone who actively, not passively, actively, that is something that is a work that is doing every day. So you implement peace projects. Number 4, networking and collaboration. We need to network and collaborate with others. Building network with other advocates, organizations, and stakeholders is crucial. Collaborating with local governments, NGOs, and community leaders can enhance the effectiveness of their initiatives. We need to collaborate. Just like during the election, as we have been told, we collaborated with the INEC to see that we also participated in the peace building. Number 5, monitoring and evaluation. It's not enough for us to collaborate. It's not enough to have community engagement. It's not enough to have orientation and training. It's not enough to do networking and everything. We need to monitor and evaluate. What we are going to do, are we able to succeed? Our aims and objectives, are they achieved? There was a time when we are doing evangelism up and down. I was not secretary, so you know, secretary, you know a lot of things, more than me. You know that even our fathers, because we are everywhere. So after the whole program, we said the whichever one, we come back and we evaluate. We will evaluate. Are we our aims and objective of doing this? Are we able to achieve it? Are we able to achieve, not to just go and clap hands and do a lot of things and come back home? Are we able to achieve it? Or what are the next things? Or what are the areas that we need to make amends? Or we are going to improve upon? What are these areas? So we need to do monitoring and evaluation after any program. Just like the one you went to do last 3 years or 4 years concerning the monitoring. Go to the INEC or to monitor elections. I've been able to come back and sit down. Where have you got it wrong? Or which area have you made progress? You see, so next time we can build on it. We need to do monitoring and evaluation. Establishing metrics for measuring the impact of their efforts is essential. Peace advocates may implement monitoring and evaluation processes to assess the effectiveness of their program and make necessary adjustments. Just like what we have done now. After the whole 2 days, we have to sit down again and look at where have we missed it, where is our successes, and where to amend. Number 6, public awareness campaign. As peace advocates, we must engage in public awareness. Advocates may engage in campaign to raise awareness about peace issues, the importance of dialogue, and the role of the community in fostering a peaceful environment. And the last one, reporting and feedback. Regular reporting of activities, challenges, and successes can help in refining strategies and sharing best practices with other advocates and organizations. This step can be very broad, but it can be very varied in different areas, but these are the real ones that we need to understand as peace advocates in this Delta State to work on and make sure that if we are going to follow all these steps, it will help us a lot to achieve for our nation and our state and our community. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Professor Obajafa. It's like, do you have any question? At least. Only one. Okay, let us keep it after that.
Yes, thank you, Professor, for your lecture. My name is Ambassador Chief Ajobo Yuli Edward. I'm a Justice of Peace. You see, we have been talking about peace advocates, but there is something I also want to throw here. There is cultural diversity, depending on the area you are going. And there are areas they are going to send you to, like we are talking in Plateau State. Even in Delta State, there are areas where to hire alone you can talk. Plateau today, the herdsmen attack only those areas where telephone cannot go. You see, and sometimes they might send you to that place. You see, you need to understand wherever you are going and understand it. Based on my profession, I'm a safety consultant. We don't believe in talk. You know what we say? Show me, not tell me. Whatever you are going to do, show me, but not tell me. Because some of these things we are here, I want the organizers of this program in future to look at workshop. You have about 5 people, where you put about 5 people talking to 5 people. At the end of the day, they come with papers. Because when you are talking, not everybody will pick whatever you are saying. Nobody is taking notes. We are just listening. You know, because no, I said some. No, my observation, please.
It's not an observation.
Please, it's my observation. Please. If it's not correct, somebody has said people are taking notes. So, but for this, we are looking at workshop. Because workshop, sometimes when people are in different places, we share different experiences. Because the experience I have is not what you have. Today in Delta State, in EE, if you go there, there's no telephone. In Ndokwa, and you are sent there, what will you do? So these are my observations I'm just putting on board. Thank you, Professor, for your good lecture.
Okay, so thank you very much. No problem. Okay, it's a conference setting, and we just want to crave your indulgence. We have foods to eat. So we just take 30 minutes out of our time to have refreshment, socialize, and thereafter, after the refreshment, then we continue with the conference proper. So 30 minutes is enough. Caterer, please, we're going to start immediately 30 minutes from now. We start. We have the organization have prepared our certificates of participation. So I want to implore all of us to wait so that we can go home with our certificate of participation. The organizers also have a customized green pen for all members that participated. So please, it should not be given out until after, towards the end of the conference. So at least I implore all of us to wait. The certificate and other things are ready.
That you have been trained and you have a certificate. Please do not go. This is part and parcel of our mandate given to us. And we are happy to have you. And make sure you get all that is necessary as part of your information to enable you to function as international peace ambassador. While you are waiting for the food, you are free to interact. Ask some people by your side. Find out his name. You can change numbers. We have talked about integrity. I'm not afraid to ask you for my number. I know character is important, so the fight is this. So you make sure you can interact. Get somebody's number, share with him or her, and then exchange ideas that can help us foster the vision and all that you have, the guidance to make sure that the peace work grows. That's wonderful.
President, the international director, the international spokesman, and all the people that encouraged me by attending my 50th anniversary in ministry. It is the Lord doing. It is the Lord doing. So thank you very much, all of you. My paper is titled Mediation, Mechanism in Conflict Resolution. Your Excellency Chief Ambassador Stephen MP, the President, APA Worldwide. Your Excellency Ambassador Professor Chidi Hirido MP, International Director, APA. Your Excellency Ambassador Dr. Emmanuel Weke, International Spokesman. Eminent Peace Ambassador, here present, gentlemen of the press, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I believe with the so many conferences we have had, we know that APA is an offering of the International Association of World Peace Advocates, an initiative of the United Nations. ALPA is an international autonomous institution established following the General Assembly resolution of the United Nations to implement Millennium Development Goals and UNESCO culture for peace. I need to say this because they are incoming new ambassador. So I will not just assume that they know it. Briefly, the following are the Sustainable Development Group which fall under the following heading: no poverty, 2, zero hunger, 3, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy, reduce inequality, industrial innovation and infrastructure, life over, peace, justice, and
strong institution, and so on and so forth. As we have been told, peace ambassadors are all over the places, and we need peace. As a clergyman, please don't mind me. I will be putting some biblical scripture. Jesus said, "My peace give unto you, not as the world giveth." And we know that without peace there is no development in any segment of life. Is it not so? Thank you very much. Anti-fan mediation. The term mediate is derived from two Latin words, mediate, which means to be in the middle. However, mediation cannot be defined in precise terms due to its expansion into a new dispute arena and increasing involvement of individuals from other professions. In order to avoid being caught in the web of argument, the meaning of mediation, this paper will adopt three simple and standard definitions as follows. Number one, mediation is a process in which an impartial person, the mediator. Two, the mediator intervene and facilitate communication and negotiation between the contending parties and promote and achieve reconciliation and mutually agree, understanding and settlement. Mediation is a private, voluntary and informal process where a party selected neutral assists disputants to reach mutually acceptable agreements. You may be hearing some legal terminology because that is my profession too. So I believe I should have the paper because it is being distributed. You will read and understand. So you'll be hearing some legal terminology because I read accounting and God has taken me to PhD in law by the grace of God. 3. Mediation is a voluntary unless ordered by a court, non-binding private dispute resolution process in which a neutral person helps the party to try to reach a negotiated settlement. In simple terms, mediation is defined as a form of assisted negotiation wherein a mediator can bridge the communication gap between the parties, thereby facilitate a settlement. Mediation has always been existent in Nigeria prior to the introduction and adoption of litigation through the court system, as earlier stated. What is available now is simply a modernized version of a practice that has always been in existence. However, mediation can be said to have been formally introduced in Nigeria with the establishment of the first court connected ADR center in Africa and Lagos Multi-Judge Courtroom LTDC in 2002, and as a public-private partnership between the High Court of Justice, Lagos State and Negotiation and Conflict Management Group, a non-profit private organization. I'm talking about NCNNG. The LFDC was, however, statutorily established in the year 2007. The importance of mediation in conflict resolution cannot be emphasized. For instance, Job, the old prophet, was crying for a mediator. And he said, "Neither is there any daysman between us that might lay his hand upon us." Job chapter 9, verse 33. We heard and we saw the kind of temptation that befell Job, and was crying for a mediator. Job actually needed a mediator. Now the quest for mediator by Job
was answered in the New Testament. The answer is given when Apostle Paul said, "For there is one God, a mediator between God and men, the man Christ Jesus." That is 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 5. Consequently, we see the importance of a mediator. So Job needed it, man needed it, and you needed it, I need it. What is conflict? Simply put, conflict is a struggle and a clash of interest, opinion, and even principle. Conflict will always be found in society. Hence, see, conflict will always come. You cannot avoid it. But as peace advocates, we are here to settle it, mediate and settle it, as long as God can give us the ennoblement. Hence, Jesus said, offense must come. That is Matthew chapter 18, verse 8. When Jesus said that offense must come, that means to say conflict must come. Is it not so? Very, very, very. Even between brother, husband and wife, sibling, organization, conflict must come. So when Jesus said that offense must come, you should understand that we as peace advocates, by the grace of God, we're able to manage some of these conflicts. Conflict will always be found in society, and the basis of conflict may be personal. Conflict can be personal, as we're going to see. Ideological class, political, and international. Today we see conflict between nations. Look at Iran and Israel. Look at Iran and Turkey. Look at Thailand and Pakistan. India and Pakistan. Thailand and Cambodia. Yes, I'm correct. Conflict can be international. And if it's not well managed, it can lead to war, death, millions of people, destruction of property. Conflict defined. Conflict can be defined in a clash between individuals arising out of difference in thought process, attitude, understanding, interest, requirement, and even sometimes perception. Everybody has his own way to think, the way he wants to think. If your thought does not align with mine, it can result to what? Conflict, even between husband and wife. A conflict result is a heated argument, physical abuse, definitely loss of peace and harmony. A conflict not only arises between individuals, but among countries like I've mentioned before, political parties and state as well. You see, some weeks ago, some days ago, we are reading and hearing of what Nigerians are facing in South Africa, or let me say after other African countries. I know, even to the extent that they are being driven from a public hospital. If it's not managed, what do you think will happen? We saw what happened between Nigerians in Ghana last month also. So I was thinking, is it because we said Ghana must go, now that it knows that Nigeria must go? I don't know whether you understand what I'm talking. Some years ago we said Ghana must do what? Must go. So is it now that our thought that Nigeria must go? But I thank God that the government and some individuals have stepped into it. If not, it would have resulted something else. Stages of conflict. There are 5 stages of conflict. Number 1, latent stage, passive stage, fed stage, manifest stage, aftermath stage. Thought-free discussion. Latent stage. This is the introduced stage in a conflict. It is at this stage that action that most likely to trigger the conflict is made. Conflict may be, people can be in conflict without being aware that they are in conflict. Everybody faces this way, but there is no audible voice to show that they are in conflict. But within them, they know that they are what? They are in conflict. Now, they know husband and wife or spouses, even though they don't voice it or quarrel, they know that something is wrong within them. Is it not so? For instance, where a worker in a company inputs wrong monetary figure in a contract that is about to be spent in ministry food. At this stage, the manager and the worker that innocently imputed the figure are not aware that a conflict is about to happen in the near future. The second stage of conflict is the passive stage. The passive stage is a stage where the people involved in a conflict become fully aware of the action that will most likely lead to a conflict. At this stage, the manager and the staff, like the scenario have painted before, become aware of the error, and the staff is called to explain in example stated above. Why did you put this money to so place? This time, the manager and the staff are aware of what is happening. Unlike the first stage. The first stage is the stage where stress and anxieties are felt by one or more of the participants due to the conflict. The manager, I'm still using the same scenario, the manager and the accounting officer. The fact that a conflict is about to happen is being fed by the manager and may not enjoy causing conflict, and the employer and the employee who may not enjoy being under scrutiny, which is the truth. Already the manager is aware, the employee is aware, and when he summons for questioning, he will not be happy. Little by little, the conflict is now getting bigger and more. Even in our churches, it is so. Manifest stage. The first stage leads to manifest stage. It is at this stage that actions that may escalate the conflict are carried out. The conflict becomes obvious at this stage. Everybody knows that something is happening. The manifest stage can also take a number of shapes, including email, exchanging messages, phone call, face-to-face confrontation, or any situation in which the conflict may be observed. This is very peculiar with people working in an organization. The time comes when you need to exchange an email, phone call, explain yourself, and you know conflict is already growing. When the manager puts the employee aside to speak with him or her, others perceive the conflict, and it is what it has manifested. Aftermath, after the manifested stage, the last stage is aftermath. The first stage is aftermath stage, which takes place when there is some outcome of the conflict, such as resolution to or dissolution of the problem. It is at this stage that everyone accepts their mistakes and takes steps to ensure such action do not happen again. Type of conflict. There are 4 types of conflict. 1, intrapersonal. 2, interpersonal. 1 is intra. Another one is thank you very much. The third one is inter-group conflict. And the last one is intra and inter. Always note intra and what? Inter-group conflict and inter-group conflict. Now listen, thank you. Interpersonal conflict is a conflict experienced by a single individual, one person, you alone, which, when his own or her own goods, value, or role diverge, for instance, or for example, a lawyer may experience this kind of interpersonal conflict. For instance, as a lawyer, you know that your client, or the person you are defending, has committed that, and it's not a good case. Actually, we have good case and bad case, but as lawyers, we know, and I know that there are so many lawyers in this very place. When you still want to go and what, defend that person, you will be experiencing interpersonal what? Within you. The next one is interpersonal. Interpersonal conflicts is conflict due to person in good value and style between two or more people who are required to interact. Unlike the first one, this one you are relating with another person, and this type of conflict is between individual, and the conflict can be very personal. That is different between intra and what? Intra. Then intra-group conflict. Intra-group conflict is conflict within a group or a team. A team where members conflict over goals and procedure. For instance, a board of directors may want to take a risk to launch a set of products on behalf of their organization or company. It's part of dissenting opinions among several members. Let's say there is an organization. In that organization, we have many and maybe the directors want to launch a particular project, but other people, other groups within the organization may not agree to it. That is what is called what? What? Let us make it happen. What? Clap for yourself. You are good listening. I say clap for yourself. You are good listening. Thank you. The last one is intergroup. Intergroup conflict is where conflict between groups inside and outside organization, state, or nation disagree on various issues. Conflict can arise between two groups within the same organization, and that also will be considered interword. Okay, let me try to bring something. You know, when Jane Igudi was talking last time, and my brother here, PDP and so on and so forth. But this time, now let's say PDP or APC or Labour. You know, I'm tempted to say president not many times. But I have to say president. I'm talking about intergroup, yes, you know, disagreement within the group. Like in APC or PDP, let me use political party as an instance. There are so many segments in APC, but the same APC, am I correct? Yes. Then many segments in PDP, and so on and so forth. I'm just using this one in APC, this group will project this, not project this. That can lead to what? Conflict. That's what I mean by intergroup what? But they are of the same group and in the same team within an organization. Now, having said this, because of time, I need to summarize. If conflicts are not managed or resolved, it is war. Thank you, Jane. Problem. That's what we have today in the world over. So, conflict must be managed and must be resolved. As conflict managers and peace advocates, all of us are peace advocates. Is it not so? We must learn to manage
conflict, resolve conflict. Like I've said in the previous seminar, is it Yoruba, 2000 Yoruba paper. You know, there are quality of peace advocates who are to do what? Resolve problem, manage problem. And there are styles you must use to achieve your aim. This is what I actually want to bring. Number one, collaborating, competing, and avoiding citing a particular individual party. Accommodating. And it is need for you to compromise positively, not negatively. Compromise and make sure that peace reigns instead of conflict. Let me also share with us the skill that will help us as peace advocates to achieve conflict management and resolution. The peace advocate, this is very important, must be effective in communication skill. Those days, when we were in law school, emphasis was laid on communication skill. If you cannot communicate, how are you going to resolve conflict? Another requirement is you must be a good listener. Patience, here comes patience. Somebody was talking about patience. I don't know whether the last speaker before me mentioned patience. Patience is the fruit of the Spirit. You must be patient to listen. You must be aware the origin, the source of the conflict. That will make you to go deeper in solving such an issue. Investigation is very, very important. You must investigate the situation as a good listener. As you are listening, I believe your mind, your brain will be working. Okay, let me acquire, let me do this. That can provide answer to you to solve this problem. And after you have investigated, you will not take a decision, and so on and so forth. In order for me to conclusion and recommendation, one of the major roles of APA is to ensure there is global peace, security in our society. Like I said before now, where there is no peace, there is no development. Some years ago, we witnessed war in Niger Delta. You know what happened? Many companies relocated from Warri. Is it not so? We are not crying, they should come back. Yeah? So where there is no peace, there is no development. Hence, there is the necessity to take further steps in conflict resolution. Do it at home. Do it in your organization. Do it in your state. God has given you the grace to become a peace advocate. Put it into and do it quickly. This will be beneficial to the members of the society as peace guaranteed development, as I said before. All peace advocates should, as a matter of fact, take positive steps in educating people on the importance of peace. When I was presenting my paper at PGR, is it 2022 also? I recommended that peace should be taught in our schools. I said if we're there, I said peace should be what? We teach physics, we teach this. Peace should form one of the subjects that shall be taught from primary school to the university. In fact, until Jesus comes, we cannot finish teaching peace. Because it is only God that gives peace. Jesus, the Prince of Peace. And he said, my peace give unto you, not as the world give it. So we must act quickly and educate the people the importance of peace. it is also recommended that the peace advocate should effectively manage conflict and to whom manage charity begins at work. And so if there's conflict, manage it. Manage peace at home, manage peace in our institution, manage peace in the place of your business and society. And I tell you, this will transcend to global peace. You have peace in your house, I have peace in my house, I have peace in my village, you have peace in your city. What happened? It will transcend to what? Peace. Global peace. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you. The chairman of the occasion, so precise. Thank God you didn't put it to us. Any question anywhere from the lecture so far received? Is there any question? Yes, hands are up there. Somebody should come and take this microphone from me. Up there. Okay? Give to her. Excellent.
Good afternoon. I want to thank you for this wonderful presentation about conflict resolution. So my question, I don't know whether I will call it a question. You know, sometimes, like people with the worried environment, we hear rumors about community having issue with one another. Yes. Example, we talk about the robot of John Isheka. So I want to ask, this body, what is their, are they making any advancement, any way to resolve it?
Okay. You are done.
Yes.
Thank you, Sir. God bless you. You see, before now, said when there's no development, and I've also many companies have relocated to Abuja, Port Harcourt, and so on and so forth. You see, I believe with the way peace advocates are being commissioned, then if they can go to INEC, register to help election, I believe, sir, thank God that international president is here, international lecturer is here. I believe they can also go and solve this problem. Talk to the traditional rulers, talk to the airlines. I believe by the grace of God, peace will come to the Rubu, and so I mean, the job is getting on the road. So it's not too late. I'm trying to suggest that we can do more. I believe we can do more. That's why we are peace advocates. We can do more. Let us talk to our people individually or organize a seminar with international rulers and so on and so forth. Okay, want to say something? May I please say something?
All right. You heard him clearly. It is our duty, but we don't enter into conflicts. One, either you invite us or we ask, can we mediate? We don't mediate when opportunity has not been given to us. If I'm having problem with my wife and it's escalated that the peace advocates will come in, it will be by my permission. They cannot just force themselves. What we do as association, an individual can do it. in Abia State, one individual went and settled a community which are member, and today he has a pride place somewhere in Arocho. So you can go, you can write. That's why we always say, once you become an eminent peace ambassador, you can design a letterhead. That letterhead is for you to help you to apply for resolution in a conflict situation. So this part of your knowledge, a group can do that, a chapter can also do that. So it depends. So if there is conflict and you look at the complex or the complexities of the conflict, and you discover you have the mechanism and the capacity to go into it, apply for it. Once you agree, enter into it. That's why he started with mediation and then resolve the conflict. Do we understand? Yes. That's exactly what he answered. I think one more question, if there is, there's none, we proceed. He said, okay, Jerry, no more. All right. Thank you very much. Before we go ahead, hello. Before we go ahead, the chairman of the occasion will soon leave us because it's on a program. Because this program was shifted, so he sacrificed. He left many bishops to be here. And we are about to say something concerning. Actually, we know that the chairman will continue to the conference, which continues tomorrow. However, I was instructed that because we wanted to do it, we still think how to do it. The World Peace President is here, who should have physically present his letter to him. And all the lawyers we have in this association, if I can count them, they are more than 400. And we have over 10 or 15 sites who are members of this association. So the leadership decided that he will lead the legal team of the association in Nigeria. So today, by the authority of the leadership of the association, which the World Peace President would have presented, I think there was a little error. And I was informed now that he cannot give it to him until that error is corrected. So they are correcting it. So but they have asked to announce it to you. He will shake you and you take the picture. So on behalf of the World Peace President who is here, he's going to shake you as you are appointed as the leader as the leader of the legal team of International Association of World Peace Advocates. And we are going to give you other lawyers from all parts of Nigeria whom we are going to work with to form the legal team. Congratulations, sir. The World Peace President said as soon as the letters come, he will forward it to him. Thank you, sir. Congratulations.
Let me say something.
Yes, you should.
I am intoxicated, not alcohol. Not by fear or anything, for honoring me and to be the legal department of this great organization. I will not take it for granted. I will not take it for granted. Be assured that I'm going to put I will be loyal to you. You know that we have been working for many years. I've been a peace advocate since 2017. May 13th, for thank God. I will tell you, I'm very grateful. Thank you, Janet Nation. Thank you, everybody. I assure you, I'm very grateful for the grace of God. God bless you. I'm sure that I'm leaving now because we have a conference in the Catholic Bishop in the church now. Please permit me. Thank you very much.
Let's give our chairman a clapping ovation, please. Thank you and congratulations. International spokesperson, there is something you whisper to me. You know, sometimes the peace advocates, like I told you, we talk too much. Anything secret, we keep. There are secrets we don't keep. If you want to kill somebody, we will let it out. And if there are good news coming, we also do let it out. So please, spokesperson, yes, come on, there is something coming. I've seen 2 red packages coming up there. Yes. Tell me what they are.
We actually want to honor our daddy here, who has patiently waited for us. And this is almost the second time, I'm not missing, he's taken the 3rd time. I'm seeing with our mommy here. So we want to especially decorate them with our diplomatic gold medal as a show of appreciation for their presence here. And please, can we just give them a round of applause? Very important. Very important. The hand of our legacy, please. While the decoration is ongoing, please, Ambassador, we are going to introduce you officially to EFCC. Yes. Okay. Introduce the Office of the Chief. All the anti-graft agencies. Okay. All right. Because we want to see how we can celebrate Anti-Corruption Day in Nigeria. It's December 8th or 10th. This year. So that we officially write them a letter. We want a dossier, the comprehensive success story of President Tinubu since 2020 now, the effort the EFCC and ICPC have done to fight corruption in Nigeria. So you're going to head that meeting, very important, in Abuja. Exactly. Because not only you. Thank you very much. If you know you have delivered the paper here, give me a soft copy or the hard copy. Give me the hard copy. Yes, please.
Okay. Hi. We are gradually going towards the end of this conference.
Sorry. The checks medal for those who also want the gold checks medal, we have it at that end and extra here. So the gold checks medal. Alright? Thank you.
Okay. So, as an association of eminent peace ambassadors, we cannot make peace effectively without finance. As peace ambassadors, we need finance. So, one of our own, we are a body, made up of comprehensive professionals from different spheres of life. So, the managing director of Amju Microfinance Bank, His Excellency Ambassador Jonathan Osuswako, has volunteered this time to give us this all-important financial discourse on building financial synergy in our activities as peace advocates. So he has been busy. He had to squeeze up his time. All of us here knows Andrew Microfinance Bank. Being the MD of such a bank is not an easy task. So you have to calm down urgently, leave other meetings to come and deliver his paper for all of our benefits. So I claim your indulgence to please listen as he delivers this all important paper. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, eminent peace ambassadors. Whereas I need to remove this cap so that you can know the face elsewhere. And I also want to take permission to fall in line with the existing protocol, sir. Hello, sir. I said I want to follow the existing protocol. Thank you so much. My role here is very little, very small, and very brief. I've been asked to talk about the critical role of financial synergy in achieving peace and prosperity. And I will start by telling you that, ladies and gentlemen, or distinguished eminent ambassadors, esteemed colleagues, fellow advocates for peace, for world peace, I can say that I am highly honored to be called upon to discuss the issue of finance. Of course, in life, finance is very, very important in so many aspects, because without money, you cannot obtain your legal rights. Even as Christians, without money, you cannot pay your tithes. So money is very, very important. So finance is the nucleus of life. And so I'm honored to be called upon to discuss such an important topic. But I want to tell you that the wealthiest people in the world, that is this world, control a staggering proportion of the world economy, which I have rated to be about 1.46 trillion. And this is more than the annual GDP, growth rate of Australia, Spain, and Mexico. I try to be specific by figures. The latest ranking of the world billionaires found that 29 of the top 50 hails from the United States of America. Nigeria is not mentioned here. And nearly a quarter made their fortune from financial synergy, particularly synergizing ideas and funding in technology. Again, to crack the list of the 50 richest people in the world, you will need to have a net worth of at least $14.3 billion per individual for you to crack that list. And for the most part, these people really born with silver spoon. So if an individual can crack such an amount, I believe that all of us here have the same capacity, because the people who made it will not born with silver spoon. All they did is to develop strategy, intentional strategy, deliberate strategy, deliberate vision, and working their vision through with each passing day. More than a third of these people are completely self-made, having built some of the world's most powerful companies, which I believe also with synergy we can build such big companies. Let me remind you that the richest men in the world, including Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Bernard Arnault, having demonstrated the power of strategic investment through synergy and financial planning, they all use the same financial synergy in achieving their objective. Financial synergy plays a vital role in achieving peace and prosperity, particularly in the context of the United Nations and organizations like the International Association of Peace Advocates. By pooling resources and expertise, these entities can achieve, I mentioned a few things that can achieve: enhance peace building through financial synergy. They promote sustainable development, which all of us are aware. We have about 17 sustainable development goals. Maybe before the end of this paper, I will remind you of those goals again. promotes sustainable development goals. By promoting peace and stability, financial synergy can contribute to achieving the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, particularly SDG 16, which emphasizes the connection between peace, justice, and strong institutions. The UN has also recognized the importance of financial synergy in peace building, with initiatives such as the Global Consolidated Financing. All of us are aware of this. Also, blend public-private finance projects. So many years ago, I stood before eminent peace ambassadors in one of our meetings. At that time, I shared that session. I was chairman of that investiture activity at that time. I spoke about the need for eminent personnel to develop strategy of empowering members of this great peace advocate. Particularly that we already have a solid network of members whom we can reach at any point in time, such as the one we're meeting now. We have a point of meeting regularly. Every time we meet as members, for one purpose or the other, it could be for seminar like the one of today, or investiture, or special training, and so on and so forth. We have membership across the whole of our country, Nigeria, and across Africa countries and beyond. Don't you think that the time has come for us to think outside the box and develop workable strategies that can be beneficial to all of us as members of this association? The great idea is to use the advantage of membership well spread across the country to form groups or to form cooperative structure where each member is allowed to buy shares and also make savings contribution. In other words, we can use this platform to pool resources for the purpose of wealth creation. This idea is what I technically termed financial synergy. I will just tell you of little advantages we can derive from that. Increased access to capital. Everybody can have increased access to capital. Diversification of risk. We can diversify our risk because the financial prophets or experts do not put all your eggs in one basket. With the extent of diversify risk, then improve investment opportunity for all of us, enhance knowledge sharing for all of us, then of course financial education. Then apart from that, we talk about increased negotiating power for all of us, the reduced cost and shared cost for all of us. So what role do we need as members? What are the roles and contributions of individuals to this creative thinking? Individual members can contribute to the cooperative in several ways. Sharing, like shareholding, as a shareholder, members can purchase shares in the cooperative, providing capital for investment and projects. 2, members can also save in the cooperative any interest and building a safety net. Investment, members can invest in various assets such as stock, that is in the capital market. In the money market, you can do things like backers acceptance and all of that, even fixed deposit. Then also bonds or real estate, invest in real estate through the collaboration of all of us in the cooperative. By leveraging the power of synergy, we can unlock new opportunities for financial growth and peace. I encourage all members to think through this and agree to contribute their financial and intellectual resources to achieve a greater tomorrow for all members of International Association of World Peace Advocates worldwide. Think about the simple mathematics. If you have your calculator, you can just press that if all of us have 1 million naira as our shareholding, 1 million naira as maximum shareholding, and we are about 1 million in Nigeria, out of the 1 million, after 200 million people in Nigeria, you discover that 1 million of your shareholding times 1 million people in Nigeria, which I know this association can gather, we are going to make 1 trillion naira. And when you make 1 trillion naira, let me just be very selfish because I work in the banking sector. You can first of all open one international bank of 500 billion and see how 500 billion swimming as part of liquidity for you. When you have an international bank like Zenith Bank or the First Bank, and only belonging to members of this association. I know that you can imagine what it will look like if you are told that supply the staff in South Zone, supply all the tissues in North Zone, supply all the Bible in South Zone, because everybody is almost getting well and having opportunity to invest and make income. By working together and harnessing the power of financial synergy, organizations like ours can help create a brighter future for ourselves and for the generation to come. Hence, a more peaceful and prosperous world and achieve the 17 Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations, which I said I will remind you of. No poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy, decent working and economic growth, industry, innovation and infrastructure, reduce inequality, sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumption and production, climate action, life below water, life on land, peace and justice, strong institution, of course. The last one is partnership to achieve the goal, which is the subject of this discourse. I don't want to belabor you with too much address, but what is important is that I try to sow the seed in your mind, which I want you to live here. Let the seed germinate. I'm sure tomorrow we'll give testimony of its efficacy in our life. Thank you very much.
Ambassador Into. If you listen to him very well, he makes some very mindful calculations, drawing our attention to what finance can push individual and collectiveness of everybody here into a glorious financial status. I don't want, like he said, most of the time we are giving him opportunity to talk to us on finance. Most of these papers, somebody asked me one of the papers whether I was there when I said yes. And as he said it, I'm thinking we are filing it because I know I filed it. Please, Julie, you can make it available. These things have been said, and just go into the end. Sir, don't go, please. I would like some of us to raise some questions and issues. Let's address them. Jerry he has been talking about this issue, and it has been going like that. So let's do something about it today. And we are not here just to listen like nursery school children. After hearing, we just go. So any question now before we go ahead? Yes, ma'am.
Please permit me to stand on existing protocols. Just like he rightly said, you want to talk now and you will leave. What next? Ambassador Jerry, what next? He will talk and he will leave because he said he's going to hurry away. So after talking, he will leave. Even when we ask questions, no practicality. So why don't we, for once, when it comes like this, maybe you come with funds. That those who are willing to invest in Andrew, or if you, as a person, is going to create a cooperative out of us, and we invest, we form a body, registered body, of which you, who is the financial expert, is the chairman. Then we are able to pay accordingly. Because I belong to cooperatives. You cannot underestimate the power of being in a cooperative. Because my cooperative today, as even civil servants, I'm no more a civil servant. My cooperative today, they can give you 30 million and you pay 300,000 for 1 year. So if they give some women or men here 30 million, I'm sure they will make a livelihood out of it. So what I'm trying to say now, we as peace advocates of Warri. You know, others are here. You know, charity begins at home. I said charity begins at home. He's going to globalize it. That you know, I before others. Now Warri we dey, and the Warri begin. You are in Warri. Let us start something. You understand what I mean? If we are able, 50 of us in Warri, or 100 of us in Warri, when I mean Warri, we are always roaming around Warri. So what I mean, Delta, okay, let me put it Delta State. Before we talk of River State, he can go and organize the one of River State too, but I'm talking of the Delta that I belong to. If we are able to give, for example, 1 million to you in a month, and we make 50 million in a month, how can you invest it for us? And what becomes dividends or return? Because that cooperative I belong to, where I pay just 100,000 a month every year, I will be in my house, I will get a lot of 450,000. I don't know what they do with the money, but I will just sit. My phone, I will get a lot 450. So if you now do it at 1 million, or you work out a modality of how you can help us. You have said we the advocates, they are not globalize it or nationalize it. If you nationalize it, how can we do something, a workable thing that can help us? Because I know there are some advocates here that are having at least 10 million in their account. They don't know what to do for fear of that money going into voicemail. So they just keep it in the bank. So we want you to practicalize something, a workable thing that will make us to invest. Are you hearing me? Yes. So not talk and go. Last year they talk and they left. This year you talk. We want practicality, a workable thing that you can do to earn some extra money. That's my interest. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Opportunities that are available to us that we can go into right now. Give us some.
Thank you. I want to better. Thank you. I appreciate. I want to very seriously appreciate your. Okay, you want to contribute to this? Should I also contribute first? Okay.
This program is something that is innovative, and anything that is a corporate in terms of cooperative is something that builds an organization. So when as we are kicking off, I would suggest that we kick off today by putting your email to you. If we can put email for you, with that kicking off, that can be helpful, so that everybody can engage to know exactly how we can pick up the program. I think that's my suggestion.
Thank you. So I can take the response. The truth of the matter is that everybody has been saving money before. Everybody has been investing money before. And also, many of us also belong to cooperative. Are we together? The purpose of this election, so to speak, is really to draw your attention more, that you can have a bigger picture of the cooperative or the investment and what I have been doing. It's a bigger picture. I'm not going to encourage you to start doing one minute or micro cooperative. I want to look at a bigger picture, because
We are addressing issues of no poverty, no hunger, development, equality, and the rest. And the only thing that can do that is for you to go take over the financial empire of your country. When you take over finance, you take over politics. It is those that are financially empowered that take over power. You take over power and begin to adjust and adhere to this 17th Sustainable Development Goal. And the only thing I factor out in my paper is that we must energize a large number. I gave you a minimum number of 1 million people out of the pool of 200 million people. And I give you a minimum amount of 1 million to give you 1 trillion. So that there can be scalability. You take scale, you operate on a scale, a higher scale, to grip the economy of this country. That's why I told you about I can be selfish. I mentioned maybe taking one mega bank. In the bank, a lot of things takes place. That is when now you now have a lot of investment opportunities that will be staring at your face as a member, and also taking advantage of 1 million to make multiple profits. That will widen or close the gap of inequality. It will help also because the corporate responsibility that the bank will perform or the business will perform will also try to alleviate poverty in our land and area of operations. So, madam, for us to start, yes, we can agree to start as maybe Warri or Delta State. That is fine. But I want us to define a larger scope of it. Let's take it home and look at it. We'll take the policy of the peace ambassadors as a policy, make it a global thing, so that every branch will have their own, which submit to the national body. So we can drive scale to achieve the overall dream of taking over economy and taking over politics. That is it.
All right. I'm going to get the name. So, is it me that is going to go and look for my team?
No, wait now. So let me just round it up.
Everything cannot be done, but there is an idea he has given to us. One, he has given us ideas to some of us who do not know where you can invest personally. That one, take it. Then, on the other hand, like I said, go and draw a plan. By the power conferred on the international direction, I'm empowering you now. Draw a plan. We will get ourselves back again. Where this financial information will get to us. Then we will pass it through platform. By the time it is done properly, like she said, you are the smart man. We are watching you. You know that this thing has been done properly. And then members of this association, we know this belongs to us, not to the outsiders. Any outsider is coming to us. Then at least 1 million we can invest. And remember, this advocate cannot perform very well if he lacks finance. The first speaker here today said, how can you be a peace advocate without being a humanitarian? Humanitarian is in my mouth. Pocket must work for you to carry it. So now he has told us that we need to be financially empowered and educated. Not only empowered and also educated. So be able to be making the finance that will enable us to carry out the work. So sir, draw the plan, bring it to a table. We will let our people know. Those of us, I know many of us will be interested.
Yes.
And if it begins to work, others will join. And then from here, we can leverage and lift ourselves. So a work has been given to you. Do it and we will follow. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Let's speak your mind. Thank you. On that note, okay? Yes. Somebody give her a mic.
Thank you, Your Eminence. While you were presenting your paper, I was making some notes. Please, I have a very important question for myself. Outside what Prof has just said. Okay, how can organization and opposition that owns a cooperative. Okay, how can an organization ensure that the cooperative is formed, don't become dependent on external support, but instead grow into self-sustaining businesses for its members? Because as you were talking, I was making some notes. So I want you to trace on that, because you made mention of something like that, but I didn't get it. So, should I take the question again?
I think I got to say, how can an organization that, like the form of cooperative, be run to result to self-sustainability? Is that what you're saying? To be self-sustainable. Okay, let me just give you the summary of finance. You know, in the financial world, what happens is that there is demand for money and the supply for money. Are we together? Yes. Also, let me take it the other way. There are people who have money to save, they have assets to keep, and there are people who need money to borrow to fund their gap, their deficits. So that means that there's savings, there's lending. Are we together? On the other hand, when you save money, it results in what you call capital accumulation. That is a bulk stock of money saved from A, B, C. It will form a stock of money, which is what we call capital accumulation. And every country in the world, without capital accumulation, you cannot invest. So savings that lead to capital accumulation leads to investment. And when you are investing, you are going to invest in wealth-creating assets. Anytime you invest in an asset that consume, maybe you buy food, you buy vehicle for your personal use, and the rest, they are not well created, they are for consumption, they are expenses. But once you invest for the purpose of creating wealth, for instance, you buy a vehicle for transport, it becomes a well-creating asset. You will buy stock in a company, you become a director of that company, as shareholders, and you're also, giving out, and so that they can give to those that need it. And so on and so forth. So, at the end of the day, when you form a cooperative, you will get people that save. Those savings will be given to those that want to borrow. Those guys will be making their wealth, as members will be borrowing to fund their businesses. They will be making profit and returning your money, depending on the model that they've designed. Are we together? The cooperative will also invest in other assets, like I talked about. If some people have plantation estate, I don't like worry. They invested in plantation estate at a very low price. Today you cannot buy a property plantation estate. They bought that land in a sphere of making profit later, and today they are reaping. So the cooperative can even take their savings and also invest all their shareholding and invest in such assets with the hope of selling in future when the price increases to make double gain or triple gain. So at the end of the day, the act of savings, the act of lending, and the act of investment gives profit. It gives you return. That return you make, either it is reinvested or it is distributed. When it is distributed, it becomes in form of dividend. When it is reinvested, when you reinvest it, it means you recapitalize your income, which could give you the income later. People call it compounding of your income, because that income is going to yield additional income. So at the end of the day, you see that the process of multiplying money continues, from one phase to the other. And at the end, if it becomes reasonable and it becomes sizable, you discover that wealth, reasonable wealth, those days it's very difficult to say that somebody has 1 million. Very difficult. My salary when I started work was 100 naira. It was about 98 naira, 94 kobo. It wasn't up to 100 naira, but it was enough. But now, if you take 1 million to the market, you can exhaust it. Do you understand? So, whatever investment you make with the guidance of the cooperative, you discover that it's going to beat inflation. Inflation made people to be money illusion. You hold 1 million to their holding money, but the purchasing power is no longer there. So, such investment, we try to look at how can we pay a rate that beats inflation. These are the things that cooperative will manage with their expertise. And Madam has belonged to the cooperative since. I'm sure you have some of all these secrets with you. So we are going to call people. The director has given me an assignment, and I accept to do it. But I need this. I also need your cooperation to do it. I need your cooperation to do it. I'm going to design the model and show a chart of what steps we will take to get a cooperative. I'm not going to be the one forming the cooperative. The cooperative is owned by all of us. And all of us are going to be shareholders in the cooperative. Then we appoint a board of governance. I like corporate governance, board of governance, where you have people overseeing the activities of the cooperative at all levels. And we'll take it from there. We are trying to see the street today. By the time it grows, we'll be happy that we discussed it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I think this satisfies our curiosity. Thank you. God bless you. Let's give him another round of applause, please. Okay.
Yes. I hope that we have benefited from today's gathering. Not so? The voice is low.
Yes, sir.
Not so?
Not so.
In every organization, we want to be informed how far we have gone. The International Association of World Peace Advocates is one organization that is growing rapidly, but we are not informed. So today, our international spokesman, Ambassador Dr. Mweke Emmanuel, will give us the International Association of World Peace Advocates, the journey so far, so that we will be informed on various aspects where the organization have actually gained ground and leapfrog, so to say. So, Your Excellency, please, over to you.
Thank you. Please, can we clap on for Ambassador Jerry? You're not gonna clap on for her. Hey, Jerry, you don't try. Jerry, don't try. Clap on for Jerry again. We're gonna clap on for Jerry. Jerry, don't try. You don't put who is who on the iPad. Don't worry today. What a very big show. This is a very big show. Clap on for Jerry. Yes, we are completing the house. Very much completing the house. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to use your 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. I will be very fast, direct to the point. I will not like to repeat my words. I will not. First and foremost, I had somebody who talked about a political platform where those of our members that are politicians should express their mind. I want to announce to the house with immediate effect, before we leave here today, our political platform will be officially open as a witness to this event. Very important. We have over 25 different WhatsApp groups. Over 25 different WhatsApp groups. This WhatsApp group will take effect with immediate effect. Do you know why? IPA by 2027 will come out on two platforms. We are going to be an election observer, both as international and as domestic. So for those who may be interested, please let us know on time. Very important, because by December this year, all our MNPs and ambassadors that are interested to participate either in any of the category, either as international or domestic, we are sending their name to INEC by December this year, not next year, December this year. The essence of that is that we get to collaborate with INEC and then train them as ad hoc staff or as the case may be by next year, and they will have full authorization of INEC to function in that capacity. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Very important. That is on the scale of political engagement. Secondly, the last speaker that stood here was also mentioning issue about banking, finance, namely. There's what we call United Nations Grant Management System. I'm still looking for grant handlers or experts in grant application. I, in particular, if you know that you're very good in grant management writing or application or sourcing, please let us know. Or even on your own as an MNP's ambassador, Google it. It is called United Nations Grant Management System. It circles around every 365 days. Study it very well as part of your parting gift of being in this meeting. There's what we call United Nations Civil Society Partnership Portal. It's also good for anybody who is interested to apply for grant or loan under the UN system. They are there. The essence is, do you know them? Do you know how to operate? Do you know how to go after them? Especially if you're into women-led organization, youth organization, civil society, democracy, community service, or disaster control. These areas are open for application within the UN system. In case you are interested, please make yourself available. Use your handset this night. By tomorrow, and we're still here in Warri, by tomorrow, if you have any difficulties in the application in terms of creating the email or any other thing, let me know. I will sit down with you with my computer and we'll get it done. Only me or Professor Chinehiro and others, we cannot do it alone. Our job is to provide a platform. In case you are making an application and they ask you, the organization, in terms of documents, particularly to forward our ECOSOC, we will give it to you. You are not charging me for that. Because there's some application you will forward to ask you, what is the name of your organization? Now the United Nations have increased their security system. That's what we call a facial security analyzer that comes under the UN security system. If your passport, that is why Delta State here, Ambassador Larry, Jerry is doing a very good work. All the pictures he normally sent to me, they normally scale to the United Nations picture verification exercise. All the pictures. All the pictures. There's a certain picture you will see, if woman calls it around, you begin to ask whether is this a picture or what. Please, it's very important your picture is called of whom you are. Secondly, we have started late last year, stamping of our membership passport. If you have the passport here with you and you officially registered to attend this conference, please do us a favor. I have stamped about 25 while I was at the back there. If you have your own, I need to stamp it before you leave. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Before you take your leave here today. Another thing we have introduced to the organization is our children parliament. We have children parliament now. If you know you have a son, a child, a boy, a son, a daughter, everywhere at all, both home and abroad, and you legitimately own this child from 0 date of birth to 17, that child automatically becomes a member of IPA Children Parliament. By November, we'll be celebrating for the first time. I've not looked to the state yet. For the first time, United Nations Children's Day, where we bring people like UNESCO, UNITA, UNICEF to come and address the children. It's part of our mentorship of our children that are members of our organization. Are you getting what I'm talking? It's very important. Another thing again, we have introduced the Youth Forum. Our Youth Forum is from 18 to 28, 29, 30th maximum. If you are within this category, you become our Youth Forum member of the organization. The essence of doing this, we are trying to enlarge our hands of, to contain everybody. If your father is an MP's ambassador, your brother can be a youth member, your son or daughter can equally be our children's parliament. These are the innovations we have introduced so far. Another thing is, by special grace of God, I have said it time without number. Eminent peace ambassadors should not only end in their room or conference like this. Ambassador Jari and any other person should take note. Please consistently engage the state powers in any state. If you are in that state, pay consistent visit to Commissioner of Police, Chief of Staff, Commissioner of Justice and Attorney General, perhaps Office of Commissioner of Information, on a regular basis or quarterly basis at the time it be. If you are in Delta State and Delta State government are not engaging with people, there is a big minus. Very big minus. Very big minus. We should on our own. August 19 is United Nations World Humanitarian Day. If I may ask the question, how many of us engage our church, community, street, school, or our neighborhood. He said, no. What humanitarian day, everybody should come out to do one thing or the other, to pass their goodwill message or their hand of good fellowship to other people who may not be at the same level with them. And that is why, by God's special grace of God, there are 3 things we are proposing under IPA. 3 things. Myself, Prof is there, the World Peace President, we want to write officially to United Nations General Assembly to set aside International Day of No Violence Against Men. Because there is one International Day of Violence Against Women. The way women, they take slap Nigerian men now, it's becoming so unbearable. We want to propose now International Day of No Violence Against Men. If you are someone I'm saying, can you say hi? Hi. The hi is it? Do you know that we have compiled over 25 videos to convince the UN? We want to send it on the day the United Nations is celebrating the 18th anniversary, that is 24th of October. The video clip of where women they slap men in the house. That's what happened. And when we were not talking about international development violence against women, I said, no, let us come with this proposal. And we are going for, once it's 50, we are going over to US. It must be, that must be a solution to pass to that. Another thing we are proposing to the Nigerian government is the change of Nigerian green passport to white. IPA. We want to change the Nigerian green passport. We go to the National Assembly and state it clearly. This is our green passport. If you are not a regular traveler, you will not know what we're facing. You may not know what we're facing. Once they see green passport, and that is what actually informed us to be stamping our passport to differentiate you from another person. Are you getting my point? So we want to change it from green to what? To white. If you are something, can you say hi? Hi. The eyes have it.
That was very, very important. You made the embarrass of
you know, a person was traveling to Dubai. In fact, the person became disappointed. He had already around Dubai. Go so tired. He was an ethnic peace ambassador. If you know him very well, call him Ambassador, Archbishop Professor Julius Ediwe, the Pentecostal, the Archbishop of the Niger Delta. Call him on phone. He is a victim of what I'm talking about. What separated him was because of his ID card as an ethnic peace ambassador. What separated him? So the ID card is very important. The stamp of international, very, very important. Because our passport has to be changed. If we have changed the national anthem, we can equally change our passport. No, so. Another thing again, we are proposing that because of the growing number of ethnic peace ambassadors, particularly in Delta State. Delta State is the image maker when it comes about increasing membership of the organization. If you're in Delta State, clap for yourself first and foremost. Because of that, from now to me, if I will finalize it, Jerry and Prof, we want to see whether we can flag off our road safety campaign on 1st of September for the Imba month. We'll flag it off. Anywhere you are, if you are an ethnic peace ambassador, you must come out road on that day to do one traffic walk or the other as a way to support Nigerian road safety in our cause to reduce road casualties within the Imba month period. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Yeah. Very important. By doing so, the state is taking note of whom you are and your contribution. Most of us here we are not even aware that we are also a member of the United Nations Road Safety Collaboration. IPA, we are among them. The question is, what have we done to support our country in terms of campaign against road casualties? Very important. Another thing, fourth, the last, which we are proposing. This one will make everybody laugh. You see, you use small thing to make sense. No, so. You use small thing to make sense. I watched a video and I sent it to Juliet. Somebody just went to the street and started distributing bread. Bread. want a situation whereby, by the instruction of the world peace president, we should have World Bread Day. Bread. Just go and buy bread in large number. Come to the market, come to the church, come to Motoba, go to anywhere that clusters of people. Start doing what? Distributing put your necklace, your muffler, your ID card, your gold medal, name them. Appear on the street with their staffs, your associates, their friends, and start doing it. Do you know why? Anything you are doing, something from it. The United Nations have World Water Day. Which day? Do you know it? March 22nd. World Water Day. The United Nations also have World Toilet Day. Are you aware? We must drink water, go toilet. What do you know? You know, go chop bread. That is how we say World Bread Day should equally come in. We will have World Day, World Bed, Ordinary Bed Day. Or that World Day of Anti-Slavery. Name them. There are so many of them.
You should replicate the UN.
We should
replicate
no.
World Water Day. And they are doing it, we are doing it here.
Of course. No. Probably you are not following us. Excuse me. Probably you are not following us. IPA don't do anything outside the UN calendar.
We are following.
It's the United Nations calendar that will normally host our people. We don't do anything. That's why you cannot see me talking about Nigeria and Independence Day. I will not do it. But anything within the UN calendar from January to December, that is what we project. And that is what we know for. That is our calling in this job.
Please always send a reminder on the platform.
Okay? Yeah. So very, very important. These 4 things, after the next meeting, we'll start to execute them. Another 50 things, the journey so far, is issue of certificate of participation. Today, as we're here, we're going to issue everybody that is here present the certificate of what? Participation. Now guess what? The certificate of participation is not just an ordinary certificate. I will demonstrate it here. 2 or 3 or 4 or 10 persons will demonstrate it. If you take our certificate of participation, there's a barcode attached to it. If once you scan it, it will appear. Our website will appear immediately. It is not just one that is automated. Our special grace of God next year with the level at which we are going, next year everything about us will be automated. From certificate to ID card, our department of IT, we are not sleeping. IPAC is not sleeping. We are not sleeping. By next year, most of our products will be automated. Now, once you take the certificate and you scan it on our website, the next thing should go to your mind is to check if your membership code is there in our website. We have gotten a lot of series of fake IPA certificates flying on the atmosphere. I'm in Nigeria and they will call me from South Korea. Somebody is doing what we're doing, using the name of IPA. I just got something again this morning from South Africa. In fact, the world peace president sent it to me, which I sent a disclaimer immediately, and the thing will cause trouble in South Africa. If you're not IPA, you're not IPA. It's as simple as that. So we are making sure that we protect our relationship, we protect the image of IPA. Do you know, once anybody has misbehaved with the logo of IPA, I mean the logo for UN, or the name of the UN, I receive query immediately. You may not know. They will query me and they will circle it and they will send it to me. And I've made these defenses so many times, and I want to control it now. So I'm happy for this training. Very, very important. Every of our certificate nowadays must carry a barcode, and that barcode must be traceable. Ambassador to Ethiopia is there as well. All of us were there. IPA has the highest number of international members. We're going to clap for ourselves. Now, this year, only September, we are congested in a lot of events. We have Ambassador Julia today. She's the one. Ambassador Julia, stand up. Ambassador Juliet is the one currently profiling assembling, recommending, and at the same time gathering information of our eminent peace ambassador that will attend United Nations Second World Social Conference on Sustainable Development there in Qatar. 4th to 6th of November. For those who may be interested, all roads lead to Qatar. You have a subject Qatar. It's a very big program, one of the largest ever, that will attract the participation of who is who within the United Nations system. We have another program that's coming up on the 8th. In fact, Ambassador Jerry, is he here? Ambassador Jerry, by the authority conferred on me by World Peace President and Professor Chidi, Ambassador Jerry will be will be the head of delegation to United Nations Conference in Kenya on UN environmental programs. 4th and 8th of December. Where is Jerry? It will be published after today. December, November, October. In October, we have so many events, and they are all in Europe. September, we have events in September. Our event in September, we are celebrating special announcement. Okay, please listen to me, sir. We are celebrating for the first time World Peace Day. Like our sister here, we are talking about United Nations calendar. The World Peace Day, do you know the date? You don't know. Apart from those on the high table, those on the floor here, do you know World Peace Day? Which date? Jesus Christ. Oh, Prof, we are going to suspend some certificates here.
You will not suspend. Give us information. I've been agenda for the past 2 years.
No. This is general information. Very general. World Peace Day. Someone have looked from Expo.
Give us information from the platform.
Yes. Now, listen. World Peace Day is September 21st. You should not ever. There are 4 events you will not ever miss in your life. Don't ever forget the date. If they come as the space to really know who you are. 4 questions. What peace day? You are ever peace ambassador. Which day is peace celebrated? September what? For the first time we are celebrating it outside Nigeria. We are celebrating it in Burkina Faso. As I speak with you now, Captain who? Have accepted to be in that program. Yes, sir. Many of us are meeting us, but who have not gotten this reply. He will be in that program. We are hosting it in where? Burkina Faso. And the person coordinating it is our sister here, Ambassador Vivian Oyemechi. She's not coordinating it in Burkina Faso. Our country director there is one Ambassador Dr. Emeka Concrete. He's a Nigerian man. Another that you should not ever forget in your life is when is United Nations Day celebrated. It's October 24. So this year, IPA will be fully represented. We'll be celebrating the 80th anniversary of the United Nations in New York. For those that are women, 8th of March, mark it. That's your Women's Day. It's your day. Own it. Celebrate it with vigor. Very important. Thank you very much for knowing that one. Another thing, since we are ECOSOC satisfied, is 24th of every January. It's United Nations ECOSOC Partnership Day. Because ECOSOC, yes. So by extension, as an MNPC ambassador, you want to relate it down to the SDG. We are placed in the SDG form, we are placed in the SDG. It's SDG 16. You can talk about any other thing, no matter where you are, in the church, in the conference, any meeting is stand up to talk. I'm an eminent peace ambassador promoting the United Nations SDG 16. It flow in that order. What is SDG 16? It's for peace, justice, and strong institution. And that is where you are standing as an authority to speak anything you want to speak to any kind of people or any target audience. Anybody who says that will not represent it's very, very important.
Please make these dates available.
No, don't members that are into research, I want to attach into the website now a model of what? All the events that have their solutions. So we'll attach it for those who want to go into research. I get about, so by next month, by special grace of God, go and check our website. We want to make it a study-based website. Very important. So if you want to check any day in December, by God's grace, one thing again we are passing, I want to summarize. That is what we are. I want to summarize. In River State, Ambassador Julius, write a letter to NDLE partnership. Take someone who will be our focal point to that agency of government. One person. We have native. Is it native? Is it native? Native. You take another person, take on and all different people to represent the organization in these government agencies. It will help to enlarge our partnership. It will help. Only one person cannot do that. So if one person by the side, definitely we see a decision to make. But we are committed to it, we become result oriented. So ladies and gentlemen, I wish to stop here right now. Tomorrow is another day. Thank you. Thank you very much. Prof, you call their name for the certificate. Let them receive the certificate by tomorrow. Now come with your answer. I will have 30 minutes to talk about the new model, United Nations Career Development. Come with your answer. You have a laptop, tell your children to prove it tomorrow. Very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give a clap offering to international sportsmen. And I told you earlier that stay inbuilt, that so that you get some necessary information about the organization.
Sorry, sir. The gold chess medal is still available here. This gold chess medal. This was what they used to identify us at Kenya Embassy. Ethiopia. And all of us were given presidential treatment at the embassy. Come to the table and you will tell you. Come to the table. Cooperative. The women of cooperative, very important that we see. We have a very big deal.
All right. So, unfortunately, it may take us a long time by asking you to. If you want to receive it from the hands of the world peace president, so you be patient, so we will give it to you one by one. You like it that way? Okay. Yes? Okay. Yes. All right. No, they say they want to receive it from his hands. So, what they give you what we see. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what is not, you know why I'm agreeing. Maybe it's not easy for what this president to be around. I know how Jerry has fought to make sure what this president is worried. Maybe in the next 2 years he may not be here. Since he's here, I will allow you to receive from his hand. My great indulgence, Your Excellency, sir, for the sake of the people, I plead with you to please allow them to receive from your hand. Allow them to receive from your hand. Yes, they'll give you the prestige. Ladies and gentlemen, if you hear your name, your culture will close officially. Whatever I want to tell you, my own talk has been suspended. You clap hands for me for suspending my own talk. Okay, Ambassador. This writing is graphic. Can you help us? for the handwriting is so graphic. What this president is coming? Yes.
Ambassador Oyi Ofe Rich Oye to be collected by Ambassador.
No, all those who are still here allowed to say all those that are here, please.
This Ambassador Williams John 18. Ambassador John Williams 18.
Are you stopping me?
Yes, sir. Ambassador Sunday. Ambassador Sunday. Sunday is coming. Ambassador Engineer Okoya to arrest. Ambassador Engineer Emeka Okoya. Emeka Okoya.
Okonya. Come now. Okay.
You clap.
Ambassador Godwin, if you Godwin Oyibo to arrest. Ambassador Humphrey Odegili. Ambassador Gordon Perekeme. Ambassador Victor Mune.
Yes, sir. I'm doing that, sir.
Ambassador Bashu Kingsley. Ambassador Bashu Kingsley. Ambassador Mrs. Okotie Catering. Catering, Ambassador Bashu Kingsley. Come faster. Ambassador Okotie. Ambassador Chief John Elegen. Ambassador Chief John Elegen.
Thank you. I'd like to get it.
Yes, sir.
Ambassador Alfred Mukari. Ambassador Sunday. Ambassador Victor Ben Makodo. Ambassador Victor Ben Makodo. Ambassador Wilson Michael. Wilson Michael. Wilson Michael Feshuti. Ambassador Dr. Lina Ekude. Ambassador Chief Victor Okiri. Ambassador Chief Victor Okiri. Ambassador Chief Victor Okiri. Ambassador Chief Mrs. Omolade Bilokoga. Ambassador Wongana.
After Africa.
Ambassador Chief Mrs. Omolade. Ambassador Paul Ogbenukoga. Ambassador High Chief Paul Elokelugo.
Look here now, look here. Look here.
Ambassador Ambassador Jose Malaki. Ambassador Malaki.
I hope you catch it. Yes, sir. Very well, sir.
Ambassador Chief Amaro Antonio. Ambassador Apostle Victor Iroro.
So you are blocking the camera.
Somebody help me. Somebody can snap.
Bring it.
Ambassador Chief Ajobo Ndingadwo.
Hold on. Go to take from here. But you go to that, the light is done. Let me check.
Ambassador
Ambassador
Are you snapping?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ambassador Reverend Mrs. Grace. Over down there.
20. Snap again, snap more.
Ambassador Pastor Timothy. Elabo Matthew. Ambassador Matthew Timothy. Ambassador Pastor Timothy Matthew. Ambassador Comrade Sir Michael. Ambassador Godwin. Ambassador Chief Dr. Jeffrey Okoro.
Hello. Hello, sir. Hello,
So you don't see
The International Association of World Peace Advocates, IPA, a world-class organization with United Nations ECOSOC Special Consultative Status since 2019, proudly presents a special conference of international peace advocates. Theme: International Peace Advocates, firm promoters of United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, under the distinguished chairmanship of His Excellency Archbishop Gimbright Adaigo, UN Chartered Peace Advocate. Date: Friday 22nd and Saturday 23rd August 2025. Time: 10 a.m. prompt daily. Venue: Jubilee Retreat and Conference Center, JRCC Hall A, number 5, Enere Road, Ephraim, Delta State, Nigeria. Special appearance: His Excellency Pastafsin, World Peace President. His Excellency Ambassador Professor Chidi Ehiriodo, AMBP MP, International Director, IPA. His Excellency Ambassador Dr. Emmanuel Nweke, IPA International Spokesman. The International Association of World Peace Advocates, thinking locally, acting globally.